Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about social networking. So, to start, I'm going to get right to the point. If you are a photographer, or you work with food, or you work with fashion, or makeup, and you are not on Pinterest, you are a moron. I mean, really, if you don't work on the internet, I got nothing to tell you. Similarly, if you are a comedian, or you do copywriting for ads, and you are not trying out your material on Twitter, you're a moron. I mean, I don't think there's anything left to help you. These are perfect avenues to be trying out your content. But of course, if you're a photographer, you don't want to put all your photos on Twitter because people have to go to the tweet, then they have to click it, then it loads the photo. Go to Pinterest, where thousands and millions and millions and millions of women are just repinning photos all day. Clothes, check. Weddings, check. More events, check. That's all they want is rabid animals. Okay, now that that's off my chest, let's talk about constructive social media. I think everyone should be on every platform. So when you register your domain name and you have your company name, the first thing you need to go do is nab it on every social networking site. You want to get it on Twitter, on Facebook, on Pinterest. You never know where these things are going to take you, whether it's a casual blog or just a fun Tumblr you're running. If you're creating something that you think has real value, protect your intellectual property, protect your brand. Go out and register. Register away, it's free. Just own it. All right, so now you've done all these things. Let's talk about my Facebook pet peeve. So if I put a link, let's say I put up a post and it's called, I've got this Time magazine right here about animal friendship. So it's The Surprising Science of Animal Friendships. So let's say I put up a post called The Surprising Science of Animal Friendships. And I put it on my Facebook page. I put a link to it. And my friends are all really trying to be nice, and so I get, 30 likes. When you go back to the post, that doesn't show up on the Facebook like counter. It only shows up if people like it on that exact page where the post is posted. So, if you're a developer out there and you're really feeling ambitious, create a social networking plugin that will integrate the links from all over the web. Because right now they're too different that it doesn't always register. That's one problem. But either way, the likes serve as social proof. So if you go to my Facebook wall and you see that I put up a link called The Science of Animal Friendships and it has 30 likes, you are more likely to click on it. Now, if you go to the post and it even has just 10 likes or 5 likes and 20 comments, you're more likely to read it because people like it. That's how people work. There's too much online to just look at everything, so we find ways to discriminate. And one way that we use really heavily right now is social media and the share buttons and the likes. It's kind of like a little bit of a grade. Now, that said, the likes don't always completely add up if they've been linked across different places, so it's not everything. It could have a lot of likes one place, but it's just not registering on the counter on the post. Something to keep in mind. So the main thing that I wanted to get across in today's vlog, and I'll keep it really short, is own your intellectual property. When you have a brand, and you have a name, and you have a website, go across the internet, and for heaven's sake, register it. It's usually free. Google top social networking sites. There could be ones you've never heard of, but have an account. Be ready to go if you ever do decide to start playing with it. Once you're registered on all the social networking sites, figure out the one that works best for your brand. If your brand is super imagery focused, so fashion, if you're a photographer, if you work with weddings, get on Pinterest. That is where everyone is sharing photos all day. Get on Tumblr, get on Flickr, set up accounts. Become active. You will recruit new people that love you and you will find new people to love. So those are the right communities for you. If you are the kind of person that has really quick, witty content, Twitter is an amazing place to try it out. That's like, shit my dad says, and his stuff went crazy and then he had a book deal. But his stuff, his content, really translated well into 140 characters or less. I'm fine to follow on Twitter. You can see, stuff that I think is funny, and you can see me interacting with people, and you can see my latest posts. But most of my content, my humor can't be distilled to 140 characters. I'm a little bit lengthier, a little bit more sarcastic. I don't always translate well. So I do really well on Facebook. A lot of traffic on my sites comes from Facebook. So the last thing you're going to want to look at is not only which sites are you able to get the most followers, but which followers are converting. So if you have 500 followers on Twitter, 500 followers on Facebook, you want to have a site counter set up that's showing your traffic. And when you go in, go to the referrals and see the referring sites. If you're getting, let's say, 200 visitors a day from Facebook and only 20 followers or 50 followers a day from Twitter, then Facebook is a better match for you at this point. So you want to be leveraging it a little bit better. You don't want to be sharing all your content on every platform at every time. I think people that use those auto feeds that automatically put their Facebook to their Twitter and their Twitter to their Facebook and their Facebook to their Pinterest and every post goes everywhere, it's a huge mistake. The point of social networking is that you're connecting with people, and people can usually tell when it's automated, and people don't want to respond to a machine. They're not on social networking sites to talk to a machine, they're on social networking sites to talk to you. That said, there are different things that each platform has to offer. So I have a lot more followers and a lot more conversion on Facebook than I do on Twitter, yet I stay active on Twitter. Why do I do that? I do that because Twitter is a really, really great way to have conversations with industry professionals. So I try and follow people in each of the niches that I write about. And then if I write a post that I think someone might particularly like, I can tweet it to them. And if they like it, hopefully they retweet it to their followers. So even though I might only have a few hundred followers on Twitter, because that's not where I put most of my energy, if I tweet a great post about blogging to Brian Clark, who's the head of Copy Blogger, and he likes it, and he retweets it to his thousands and thousands and thousands of followers, he's retweeting it to a whole audience that cares about blogging, because that's why they're following him. So you start to follow these pawns. Facebook doesn't have that. Brian Clark probably won't let me write on his wall with my links. That's if he would even accept my Facebook friendship, which probably won't happen. But Facebook allows me to be a little bit more elaborate than 140 characters, and I can share photos a little more easily, and I like the way that conversations are lined up. So it really, really, really depends on your goals. But you want to keep there being variety. You want to make sure that the different sites you're on, you're using them appropriately. So using Pinterest to showcase your most visually exciting things. Using Twitter to showcase great headlines and short, snappy content. And Facebook to have more of that community engagement feel. Over time, you will learn how to maximize each of these resources. But my main message for today is that if you are a photographer and you are not on Pinterest, you are a moron. And if you're a comedian and you are not on Twitter, you are a moron. And that is all I have to say today. All right, guys, have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.